AJ came out saying that he basically have
stage
fright, and he's not not as confident as Wilder, but he's basically saying that even the rematch he wanted to turn around, but he knew that he already walked himself into something that he has to finish. So it's actually great to hear for a guy to actually go through that and be a world champion, because you think that world champions are like, animals in there. Like, you think every world champion has the heart of a Wilder as far as confident wise. Like, Prince Nassim Hamed, a fighter that's going to talk his ish and back it up.
Floyd Mayweather.
Like, Floyd Mayweather. Like, Floyd really believed he the greatest of all time. Roy Jones really believed he the greatest of all time. Ali really believed he was the greatest of all time. They go in the ring like, man, I don't care about what this guy brings to the table. AJ, on the other hand, he a guy that, like, he second guessing himself. He don't know if he belong on this level or not, even though he the champion. So it's actually great to hear a person could go through stuff like that and still pull off and be a world champion. That's why as a kid, they tell the kid, build your confidence, because you could be whatever you want to be. However, one thing that won't help you in the ring with a Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like Deontay Wilder walking in the ring ready to take your head off. And you out here talking about, like, you second guessing yourself. Wilder is picturing how he gonna put you on the meme. He drawing the picture like, okay, I'm gonna hit him with the right hand like this, and he gonna fall on sections like that, on section 8 or something. You know what I'm saying? And my man AJ, on the other hand, is walking to the ring, dying himself. That's a huge advantage for Wilder. And I don't know why AJ put it out there. It's one thing to go through it, but I will put it out there once I retire, so I know my opponent can't use it against me. Now, Deontay Wilder might scare him during the face-to-face. I'm going to kill you. Like, I mean, he could say anything to him and frighten him, right? I don't know why AJ gave, like, that's like almost, like, my teachers used to tell me, obviously Professor Nan, he my teacher as well. He was one of my teachers at the university I went to, right? They used to tell me, reading the question and understanding the question is half of the answer. And I believe that in the ring as well. Understanding your opponent's style, what he loves to do, and even his confidence in a way. Like seeing that he done himself. Oh, I'm going to get to you. Like the Ali thing. The Ali when he goes into the ring. Oh, I'm the greatest. I'm this. Oh, you a sucker. I'm going to whip you. The way he did Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston was a gangster. Like, forget AJ. Forget AJ. We talking about Sonny Liston was a gangster. Like he went to jail. Like he was a real life gangster.
No, he was tied to the mafia.
And Wilder had him second guessing himself. So imagine somebody that's already second guessing himself. Picture what Wilder will do to that man. So what's your take on the whole situation and everything that I brought up?
You were saying that it's a good thing to kind of see these stories, and I'm like, if I'm his trainer, it's like, no, it's not. Like, when you retire and you write a book, you can kind of talk about, oh, I had this. But when you are in the middle or the midst of a career and you are trying to be the king of the hill, I don't want to reveal any kind of chinks in the armor at all. Like, so I'm like, I don't want to hear about any of this. Like, that's not good. It's good for the person that's like looking up and like building his confidence. But if I'm his trainer or his promoter, I'm like, what are you doing? No, do not put this out there. Because with Wilder has this kind of naivete that kind of works for him in a sense, right? So he doesn't overthink things. And with Anthony Joshua, he is thoughtful. He's even a little pedantic at times where he overthinks things. So you can kind of see it. He's like thinking about this moment, this situation. Wilder's like, man, I need to just put my right fist against this dude's chin and he need to fall asleep. And then we're going to go to that. I mean, that's all he thinks about. He's not thinking about all this other situation about, he was like, you know what, I need to go in and like, I don't care if I get outboxed for 11 and a half rounds. Once I put my right hand on this guy's chin, he's going down. And then it actually seems to work for him in this case.
Yeah, and like you said, that's not something you want to like let the world know, especially while you active. No. You know what I mean? Like that's why I told you I was
like write a book.
You know what I mean? Like you said, use advantage. Like write a book and people gonna be like, what? You had a stage fright, whatever. Like it's more so not a stage fright. It's something else. He named it. You know. I'm not too familiar with it. Obviously, people have it, but I didn't think a boxer.
So there's different things. There's anxiety attacks that people have where they can't really kind of control their breathing, and other things. And I mean, all those things are basically a form of stage fright because of the extent of the stage or the extent of the event that you're attending, your normal bodily, functions are reacting in a different way. Whether your heartbeat is like going up to a pace that's not healthy, or your anxiety level, or things that you're kind of like think about, or you just kind of like break down. So, but usually the athletes who are used to performing at this stage over a period of time, when you think about Joshua, who is a Olympic champion and has fought at 80,000 plus at Wembley Stadium, you think that he has
doesn't
kind
have
of
it at least.
that he wouldn't have it. So it's definitely interesting and intriguing to hear about that. As his trainer, I want to deal with that situation, but be honest, I wouldn't rather not have that out there.
If I have that conversation with him and I'm his trainer, it will stay in the room. It would not be worldwide news. That's one thing for sure. But